Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrittarama Amritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. The subject of today's talk is the eternal message of Bhagwad Gita. And we have a guest speaker, Swami Nikhilatmananda. He is touring this country and he is almost in the last lap of his visit. So Swamiji joined the order in 1970 and had his monastic vows from Swami Veeraswamiji Maharaj in the year of 1980. He tirelessly worked in various educational and service-oriented projects in tribal areas of Madhya Pradesh, that means central part of India. As director of Abuj Mat tribal project at Narayanpur, he started a residential higher secondary school for tribal children and a 30-bed charitable hospital and a fair price shop along with 5 sub-centers with similar activities inside the jungles of Abuj Mat. If you have an idea of India and its population, in the central part of India there are many tribal people. That means they mostly live in forest areas, and you can say by our standard they are backward also, but a lot of effort is being made to bring them to the mainstream. For that, government is also working, and also as a part of different projects, our mission, that means our organization also is doing a lot of work. So he was in charge or guided one such project in the central part of India. From 1990 onwards, he served as the head of Ramakrishna Mission Centers in Narayanpur, Jaipur. Jaipur, as some of you might be knowing, is a very famous place in capital of Rajasthan, and also Allahabad. Allahabad also is a very important place. You know that Kumbh Mela, that means the world's largest congregation of human beings are held there every 12 years. And he actually lived there, not only lived there, he organized on behalf of our organization, those who wanted to have that, came to take bath, that means holy bath there. So he had to supervise and guide those people from our order. Of course, it is a huge affair. That means you cannot imagine how large it is. So all those things he did, and in April of this year, he retired and from active service, and now stays at Ramakrishna Advaita Ashram in Varanasi. So now he has a lot of what is called time probably, and he is a scholar of Ramcharitmanas, reciter and also scholar. That means it is his specialty. If some of you know about Ramayana, that means the great epic, it was rewritten by one great poet of India. His name is Tulsidas, and that is very popular in northern India. It is written in Hindi and also more or less in local languages. That means the language that was prevalent at that time. His time was, I believe, 17th century, and that is still recited, and that attracts many people to listen. So Swami is a master of that Ramcharitmanas, but he gave a talk on Rama and Guru last evening. But today he has decided to speak on the eternal message of the Bhagwad Gita. So I request Swamiji to make his presentation.
Revered Swami Prapandananji Maharaj and dear friends, it's really a privilege for me to be here As you heard, just after getting retirement, she got an invitation to visit US, and her headquarters at Belur Math has permitted me to come over here for 6 weeks. From here, more than a month has been completed, and I was very happy to go around different centers here. And I think this is the last center that I have come in. From here I will go to New York and then back to my center. As Revered Prapandananji has told, I have to speak on the eternal message of Bhagwad Gita. We all know this Gita is a sermon given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. And this sermon was given at a battlefield where two armies, one that of Kauravas and another that of Pandavas, they are ready to fight. At that moment, this Arjuna says to Krishna, Krishna, take me my chariot between the two armies. I want to see with whom I have to fight. And today, I will see each of the Kauravas and give them a big fight with them, have a big fight with them. Arjuna is very confident that he will be victorious. And he was knowing these Kauravas they are unrighteous. They have taken all the wealth of these Pandavas. And so, how this battle has come. So Krishna, when he took the chariot between the two armies and says to Arjuna, look at your enemies. The moment Arjuna looked at the side of the Kauravas, now he doesn't find a single enemy among them. He is saying his grandsire Bhishma Pitama is there on the chariot, who is going to fight against him. He saw his teacher Dronacharya was there. He saw his respect kith and kins were there. And he saw these Kauravas. Kauravas doesn't seem to him his enemy. He seeing that they are my brothers. And now Arjuna is saying, I have to fight with my kith and kins, my near and dear ones, with my respected gurus, with my teachers. He becomes very much dejected. And he says to Krishna, Krishna, I am not going to fight with you. If the necessity is there, I want to live on begging rather than to fight with them. Guru hatva hi mahanubhava seyo bhoktum bhikshamapi haloke hatvat kamastu guru nihaiva vanjiya bhogan rudra praditha. Krishna, I want to live my life by just begging instead of killing my oath, these teachers, respected ones. After all, if I beg, I will enjoy those very things which are soaked with the blood of my own kith and kins. I don't want to fight. In this way, Arjuna says that he is not going to take part. And then Krishna gives this sermon of Bhagavad Gita, in 700 verses. Some people say Gita is an interpolation in Mahabharata. Mahabharata is a great epic. Very fine. This depicts the two dynasties of the Kauravas and Pandavas. And people say, how is it possible? When the two parties, two armies are ready to fight, in that moment, Arjuna says that I am not going to fight. And Gita is in verses, 700 verses. And is it possible when everybody is ready to fight at that moment, Arjuna is asking question in verses, and Krishna also replied in verses, in poems. Is it possible to just make poems, reply in verses? So they say, one opinion is, Gita is the interpolation in the Mahabharata. But that is not so. The verses, the language of the Gita and the language of Mahabharata is one and the same. And both are written by Vedavyas. Even if we read Gita, it takes near about more than half an hour. Just to repeat 700 verses, even near about an hour, just to repeat it. So how is it possible for 1 hour this Arjuna and Krishna, they are talking and both armies are seeing each other's face? Is it possible? It is said that when this rejection came in the mind of Arjuna, Sri Krishna must have told him the salient features of the immortality of the soul and talking to him that Arjuna, you are not going to kill this Kauravas. You will kill their bodies only, but their souls are immortal. Like that he must have consoled him and made him to fight. Which Sri Vyas has afterwards composed the whole thing in the form of Gita in 700 verses. Is that possible? So here also we see, when Arjuna says, Krishna, I am not going to fight. Just see what will happen to this Krishna. Krishna is knowing this, the battle of Mahabharata depends on this Arjuna only. Arjuna only is the only warrior in the team of Pandavas, was a great warrior. And this Arjuna says, I am not going to fight. What will be the condition of Sri Krishna? But we find here the personality of Lord Krishna. He is undeferred. Smiling, he says, what? Arjuna, what you are going to say? What you are saying? Kutastva kashamal vidam vishame samupasthitam anarjustam aswargyam akirti karamargam. Why this unmanliness has come unto Arjuna in such a battlefield? It is not befitting to the Arya. It will bring bad name to you. Claridium masmagama path. Give up this unmanliness, Krishna. Arjuna, this is not befitting you. Nai tatpai upapadyate. It doesn't befit you. Give and be ready for this battle. Arjuna again says, Guru Natvai Mahanubhavan Sevu Bhoktum Daichamati. I don't want to kill my gurus, my respected teachers, O Krishna. I want to live on begging on alms rather than to kill them. Then Sri Krishna gives this message of Gita. Sri Krishna says, Arjuna, you think that you are going to kill them? And you will be killing only their bodies. They are immortal souls. Nobody can kill this soul, Arjuna, this Atma, which is inside every one of us. It cannot be killed. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledayanti apu, na shoshyati marita. This Atma, no weapon can cut this Atma. No fire can burn this. No wind can dry this. No water can make it wet. So Arjuna, no weapon can cut this Atma. You think that you will be only killing their bodies, destroying their bodies. But the Atman that resides in every body, it cannot be killed by anybody. It cannot be killed. You think it is just possible in those days? Such weapons were not there which can cut the Atman. Just possible. Now it's an electronic age. Everything can be finished. Everything can be cut in this age. But Krishna answers, no, it cannot be. Achedyoyam. Whatsoever be the age, electronic age or atomic age, this Atma cannot be cut. Achedyoyam. Adagyam, it cannot be burned. Akledyo, soshevcha, it cannot be wetted, it cannot be dried up. This is the nature of Atman, Arjuna, which resides in every body. And it is the body that destroys and not the Atman. In different ways, Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna, tried to persuade Arjuna. And then Krishna says, Arjuna, you think you will be going to slay them? Najayate mriti vakadachin nayam atma bhakta manabhuya ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyavani shariri. Najayate mriti vakadachin. It never takes birth, Arjuna. It never dies. No one can kill it. Nayam bhutva bhaktavana bhuva. There was no time when this Atman was not there. And there won't be any time when this Atma will be. Also, it will not be present. Ajo nitya. It is eternal. It is immortal. So, you should not worry, Arjuna, for this. You will be unable to kill. Several ways Sri Krishna tries to persuade Arjuna. Dehinosmin yatha dehi kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehantara prapte dhiras tatra namiyati. As in this body, Arjuna, we find there is a young age, childhood, then youth, then old age. Similarly, this Atman takes another body when this body is torn up. So, you should not worry about this. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grinnati naroparani. As a man, when his clothes are torn, when the clothes become old, what he does? He give up the old torn clothes, and take up new clothes. Similarly, this Atman Arjuna, when this body becomes old, he gives up the body and takes another body. It is the body that is destroyed, but not the Atman. And you think that you will be killing your kith and kins and near and dear ones? You will be killing only their bodies, Arjuna. But their Atman, their soul cannot be killed. You will never be able to kill their bodies. And this is the righteous war. You have not called this war for you, not this battle for you. If you won't have this battle, fight in this battle, then you will be doing the unrighteous thing. Then these Kauravas will be reigning the world, who are unrighteousness. They are embodiment of unrighteousness. So we, Arjuna, in several ways Lord Krishna said this. And Arjuna what was the reason? Why Arjuna prayed to this kind of this worries? The two reasons were there. Arjuna was telling though if this battle takes place Krishna, so much of bloodshed will be there. I will be responsible for killing my own kith and kins. The two main reasons were there that Arjuna had. One was the fear of losing the battle. In heart of heart, Arjuna was knowing that he has 7 units of armies, while this Kaurava was having, say, 11 units of army. 1 unit is called Akshauhini. Arjuna was having 7 Akshauhini Sena, while this Kaurava was having 11 Akshauhini Sena. Arjuna's army was just little more than half of the army which this Kauravas were having. So in the heart of heart, Arjuna was thinking, I may be loser in this battle. I may lose this battle. Another thing that he had the fear of incurring sin. By fighting with this, by killing my own kith and kins, I will be incurring sin. To the main reason which Arjuna was having, that by killing them he will incur sin, and there is possibility of, say, losing this battle, and which he just covers it by telling, no, I don't want to fight with them, I want to live on begging, just live on begging. He has several reasons he gives. And similarly, we also do the same thing. When the problems comes before us, give it covering. No, we don't want to. Just we may have also fear, complex in us, in doing some, coming across some problems. So similarly, this Gita is also useful for us. When any problematic condition we are put, Gita comes to rescue. That's why this Gita is very practical in day-to-day life also. First, Shri Krishna gives that the soul is immortal. Have this idea. We may lose our body, but the soul is immortal. It will take another body. This body is given to perform good deeds. If we perform noble deeds, good deeds, then the soul exhibits itself. Its real nature is exhibited, which is eternal, which is all-powerful, all-pervading. But what we think that we are body, just bodies. We are body-mind complex that we are thinking about ourselves. So first thing Krishna gives him, the message of this eternity of the soul. What is called this Jnana Yoga. And then Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, taking this idea into your mind that you will be only killing the bodies of your, say, enemies, the soul is immortal. Now how to perform this action? Shri Krishna said, you perform this action, Arjuna, in such a way that you have only right to do action, not the fruits thereof. Karmanyeva adhikarasti ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phale heturvu ma te sangosto karma. Karmanyeva adhikarasti. You have only right to perform action, Arjuna. You are not have the right to for the fruits thereof. So you should not ponder about the fruits of your action. Ma karma phale heturvu. And then say, Mate sangosta karmani. And you should also not adhere to inaction. These are the 4 formulas in this one shloka, in this one verse. First is karmanyeva adhikarasti. You have only right to work. Ma phaleshu kadachana. You have no rights over its fruits. Third is, ma karma phal heturhu. Do not ponder over the result of your action before performing it. And fourthly, mate sangosta karmani. You didn't have a liking for inaction also. And if you see, really, having the right for the action which we are performing, we can't say that we have the right of the fruits of our action. We have only to perform action. Just take the example. A farmer is cultivating the land nicely. He has plowed the land nicely, he has prepared the land nicely. He has put some seeds also, very good seeds he has put on that field. And water is good water has also been put. The crops have also come up nicely. And farmer is thinking, I will get much wealth just after selling this crops. He is just thinking. But has he the rights over his action? It's just possible it may rain torrently and whole crops may be destroyed. He can't check it. He has done it nicely, he has prepared the field nicely, put the nice seeds to it. But has he the rights over the action of his action? All of a sudden it may rain torrentially, these all crops may be destroyed. So here he has only the right to his action, not the fruits thereof. That is what Lord Krishna says. Arjuna, you have only rights to your action. Just take another example. A boy has done his paper, given his paper nicely in the examination. He is thinking he will get 90% of marks. He has done nicely, but has he the rights over that? No. The right is at the examiner. If the mood of the examiner is not good, he may scratch the paper. And this boy is expecting I will get this 90% marks. So that's why Shri Krishna says, Arjuna, you have only rights to your action, not the results thereof. Ma phalishu kadachana. So what do you do? So shouldn't we think over the results? Krishna says, no, you should not ponder over the results. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phaletu. Don't think about the result of the action. And what we do? The moment we start get some projects, we start just thinking over it. This project will give me so much wealth. I will do this, I will do that. Take another example. Father said to his son, if you get first division in the examination, I will send you to foreign country for study. Boy is starting study. Hardly he has read for studied for 5-10 minutes. His mind is wandering in the foreign. I will go there. I will enjoy the life there. He sees an hour has passed, just wandering. Say, oh, I have to get this first division. And then my father won't send me for studies abroad. Lord Krishna says, you have only rights, Arjuna, to your action, not the fruits thereof. Don't ponder over the result of the action. And mate sangostva karmani. It should not be your idea that doing this karma, doing this action, so many things are there, so give up the action at all. Lord says, no, this idea should also not come to you. There are so much trouble in performing the work, give up the works altogether. This idea should also not be there. You have to perform the works. Different ways, Lord Krishna advises Arjuna. Yogastha kur karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddha siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyati. Yogastha kur karmani. Arjuna, you should perform the action. How? Just keep your mind concentrated on Lord. Yogastha, this is called Yogastha. To keep the mind on Lord and perform this action. And that's why if your mind is at the feet of the Lord, if you get success, your mind will not say, you will not become egoistic. Oh, I have done this, I have been successful. Yogastha karmani sangam tattva dhananjaya. Forget about these results. Whether you are successful or unsuccessful, have firm belief that Lord will do whatever is good for you. This idea should come to your mind. Siddha siddhyo samobhutva. If I am successful, it is the truth. It is due to the God's grace. If I become unsuccessful, it will also be good for me. This is the main theme of the Gita. Whatever we do, we should dedicate the fruits of our action at the feet of the Lord. Whether we are successful in performing a work, we should think it is the grace of the Lord. If we are unsuccessful, we should think it will also bring good to us. Lord will do something good by making me unsuccessful. This is what Krishna says yoga. Buddhi yukto jahati ubhe sukrit dushkiti tasmat yogaya yujasa yoga karma sukaushana. Just making yourself firm on this buddhi yoga, samatva yoga, that equanimity of the mind, and give up what is shubha, what is ashubha, what is good, what is bad. And he says, this is performing, this action is Arjuna. He says, yoga karma sukhaushanam. This is the dexterity of performing action. And this is called yoga. With this idea, we should perform every action. That we perform the action, we should not think the results are thereafter. Results will be there. Results may be favorable or unfavorable. But we must have this firm belief into mind that both of the results, whether favorable, it will be also good for us. Whether unfavorable, it will also be good for us. Shri Krishna says, with this idea we have to work. And this is what is called Karma Yoga. Shri Krishna has described in many ways how this Sve Sve Karmani Aviratha Sansiddhim Lavate Nara Swakarma Niratam Siddhim Yatha Vindati Karsham. By performing our action, Sve Sve Karmani, that is, whatever action we are performing, with that action a man reaches to that Lord, that Godhead. Sve Sve Karmani Aviratha Sansiddhim Lavate Nara. He reaches this Godhead, Arjuna, by performing his own action. By dedicating the fruits of it at the feet of the Lord. Swakarma niratam siddhim yatha vindati tatashunu. You just hear how performing one action, he reached to that Godhead. What is that? He says, yatah pravittir bhutana yena sarvavidam tatam swakarmanatam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manam. Arjuna, from whose all this universe has come up. Yata pravittir bhutana. From that God, from whose this world, for this universe has evolved. By your action, just worship that God by your action. Yena sarvam vidam sakarmanatam abhyarcha. You worship that Lord by your action. And by that, you will attain to that Godhead. We get a nice story in the Mahabharata, which depicts this shloka, explains this verse. There was a hermit doing penance in the forest. He was just sitting under a tree, and just a crow has dropped dirty things on his head. He looks at the crow. He saw his clothes were spoiled. With anger, he looks at the crow, and the crow was burnt to ashes. Now this hermit is thinking, oh, such a power I have gained by this tapasya. Whomsoever I will look with anger, he will be just burnt up. Such a power I have gained. He went nearby, as he used to go to the village for getting alms. He went to a village, he just knocked at the door in the house. A lady opened the door, and seeing the hermit say, please wait for a while, I just come. I will just coming and giving you alms. He was waiting there, half an hour has passed, the lady has not come. He was thinking, what a kind of this lady is. If she has taken so much of time, she ought to have told me earlier. After half an hour, again the lady came with some alms. And he said to him, please excuse me, I was busy in the household work, so Swami, I was late, please take this alms. Oh, your household work was more important. You make me just stand up here for more than half an hour. If you are so busy in household work, you ought to have told me earlier. It has become so important. That lady says, "Oh Baba, oh Swami, I am not that crow that you will just protect. I am just not like that crow. I was busy in the household work." Now this hermit is thinking how she has come to know. Says, "Mother, how you come to know that I have burned that crow?" That lady said, "Father, you are just saying I am just an ordinary household man. But my husband returned from tour. He was very much sick. So I was busy just servicing him. And that's why I took your permission to go there and just to give him some medicine and some massage. That's why I was late. I consider everybody in my house just as the form of God. I have two children. I just think them that they are God Himself. And also, I also see Him with the same form. But since my husband was very ill, I was busy in serving him. So kindly excuse me." Now this hermit says, "Oh mother, tell me something about the self-knowledge, about the Atman." This lady says, "I can't tell you about this, but you go to this Janakpur. On the corner of that city, you will find a butcher, and he will tell you about that." That hermit went from there, thinking that butcher will give me knowledge about the Atman, and whether I should go to that butcher. But now he has seen the power of this lady, so he thought, let me go there. He went to that Janakpur, asked the people where this butcher is. They say, "You go away. In the last corner of the town, you will find a butcher selling meats." He went there, very ghastly scene was there. All around these meat pieces were there. An old man, say, he was there just cutting meats into pieces. He became very much distressful. I should not. When should I get? This butcher will tell me about the Atman. I am not going to take lessons from him. He was just returning. He heard the voice, "Oh sage, oh Mahatma, you please come, please come. That lady has sent you to me. Please come." It was all the more wonders. How this I have walked so many days, I have reached here, and he has known already that lady sent me. That butcher told, "Oh sage, please you wait for some time, let me finish my work, then I will take you to my house. And whatever you will say, I am ready at your service." After finishing the work, he took him to his house and says, "You please sit for some time. I will finish my household work and then I will come to you." He came after half an hour. He says, "Yes, please order me. What should I do? What do you want from me?" He said, "Brother, first you should tell me how you come to know that that lady has sent me to you. So many days I just came to you by walking. How you came to know it?" The butcher told him, "Oh saint, you are saying, in what a profession God has put me. But this I do as a puja, as a worship to God. What a heinous crime I am doing. But I myself don't kill any animal. People brought me the killed animal. I always sell the fresh meats to everybody. I don't take much price of this. And you just see, when I bring you to my house, my old parents were there. I consider them as an invariable God. I was just came to serve them. And this is my work, this is my puja, whatever you can say." And then, when he asked about this knowledge of the Atman, what has been narrated by this butcher is known as Vedanta Gita in Bhagwad. We get a wonderful description about the Atman said by this Vedanta, this butcher. So that is what Lord Krishna says, no work is serious, no work is unimportant. Whatever work God has given to us, we should perform it as a worship at the feet of the Lord. And we should give the result also at the feet of the Lord, whether good or bad. And we will see that what the result which we think that is unfavorable to us, if we have that idea of dedication, God will let us know that though it's a failure for us, but it is also, it is to say, it will do something good in the future for us. That's why Lord Krishna depicts this karma yoga in the Gita. And that's why he says, whatever action you perform, Arjuna, give the fruit of that at the feet of the Lord. In the 12th chapter, that is called Bhakti Yoga, where Shri Krishna depicts about this devotion of this bhakti. He says, Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matpara ananni naiva yogena mam dhyayantu pasati tesham aham samudharta nritya sansara sagara bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasa. Here also he says the same. Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya. Who dedicates all these karmas, all this action to me, Arjuna. The fruits of the action are to me. Matpara, and whatever takes place, whatever is done, he sees my ichha, my desire. Everything, whatever is happening, is due to the grace of the God. This is his idea. Ye tu sarvani karma mai sanyasa matpara. Whatever happens, it is the will of the God. That is his will. Ananye naiva yogena mam dhyayantu pasati. With this dedication, with the devotion, one who thinks of me, Arjuna, what I do? Tesham aham samudharta mrityu sansara sagara. I just take him out of this ocean, depth of ocean. I just take him out. Bhavami nacharat path maya veshita chetsa. Whoever has taken refuge unto me, Arjuna, he is never destroyed. This is my saying. This is what I say. So we say, ye tu sarvani karvani mai sanyas. Whatever we do, we should just give the result at the feet of the Lord. Then idea may come to us. If a thief may perform any action and say, oh Lord, the fruit of this is at your feet, Lord will be pleased with him. If I do some heinous deeds and I say, oh Lord, the fruit of this also I shall put it at your feet. Lord Krishna says, first you should know which action is to be given to Lord. Which actions is to perform. Kim karma kima karmeti kaveha petra bohita. What is action? What is inaction? About this, those who are learned, they are also unaware of this. Tatte karma pravakshami yajgatva mokshase shubhat. I will tell you those actions, Arjuna, from which you will be free from this impure action. First know, kim karma kima karmeti. Karmano apu bodhavyam cha vikarmana akarmanascha bodhavyam gahina karmanogati. You have to know about the karma. You have to know about the vikarma. You have to know about the karma, akarma. All these things you should ought to know, Arjuna. What karma you have to perform. Gahina karmanogati. This to know about the action of the karma is very difficult to comprehend, very difficult to know. So what is this karma? Whatever action God has given to us, but to perform that action with whatever we do, the fruits of that action should be given at the feet of the Lord, and we should have the firm belief. And this is karma. If I am a teacher, God has given me that job, I should perform that action, say, with the best of my capacity. I should give the best of my knowledge to my students. But at the same time, I shouldn't think anything. I should not accept anything from my students. Oh, the student will praise me, or he will give me honor. No, not of that side. That's why I say, whatever, I am a doctor, I should do my duty. If I am in the hospital, whosoever patient comes to me, I should serve him. At the same time, this is my worship at the feet of the Lord. Every action, whatever position God has put us, we should perform the action. This is karma. What is a karma? A karma, if there is a idleness, if there is a tendency of running away due to fear or due to something, that comes under the category of a karma. Oh, my life will be in danger if I perform this thing. That work has been given to me. If I am a policeman, I come to know there is a riot, and I say, oh, if I have to go there is danger to my life, I won't go there. But I know, this should not be done. This becomes a karma. And vikarma means heinous action. Murdering, stealing, all sorts of heinous action comes under category of vikarma. So Lord said, give up akarma, give up vikarma, and perform the karma, perform the action that is given to you. And this Arjuna was in the inaction, that is akarma. He has fallen victim to this akarma. He was thinking that if I perform this action, if I am ready to hate this war, I will incur sin. All this thing he was thinking. He was a Kshatriya. This was a war, was a righteous war that was given to him. But he just tried to flee away from that. So Lord Krishna said, be away from akarma, be away from vikarma, and the karma that is given to you, the action, whatever is allowed you, do that. With the idea of putting the fruits of this at the feet of the Lord. That's why here say, ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya mattara. Whoso perform the action, Arjuna, with this idea that he is doing this worship to me. And whatever is happening, he is saying that it is due to my will. So such person I take from this ocean of death. I make them free from this ocean of death. There is a story which depicts this verses nicely. It may be true also. There was a minister of a king. He was very pious. He always used to say, whatever is happening, it is due to will of the God. God do everything for our goodness. That was, every time he used to repeat this thing. Whatever happens, it is due to the will of the God. It is good for us. A new sword came to the king. Just trying to just taste its sharpness, he put that sword on his finger. Finger was cut. Blood coming out. He was feeling much pain. He cried, "Oh minister, my finger is cut." As minister used to say, whatever happens, it is good for you, king. King became offended. My finger is cut, this fellow is telling it is good for me. Put him to jail, prison. Then he will know how it is good for me. The minister was put in the prison. After 5-6 days, this king went for hunting along with his soldiers. In the forest, his soldiers were left behind. He just went inside the dense forest. There was nobody. He forgot the way to come out. It became dark in the evening. He is unable to come out. What to do? And in that forest, some tantrics were there. Those who were used to doing some black magic. They saw this king and they caught for laughing. They said, today he said to be this sacrifice, the deity will be pleased with us. There was a temple inside that forest. They took this king to that priest, told the priest just to sacrifice this king before the deity. Today is the Amavasya day, and our desires will be fulfilled. Just sacrifice. That priest say first see whether the body of this king is all right or not. If there are any abscess, just see. Because if there is any cut, that body cannot be sacrificed. But they see his finger was cut. Priest said, no, he can't be sacrificed. Let him go. His body is cut. There is a cut in his finger. This king was freed. Now he's thinking, see, my minister said rightly. Whatever happens, it is for our good. If today my finger was all right, I would have been sacrificed. Somehow that king reached his mansion at night. He asked his soldiers, bring our minister from the jail, prison, with honor. At the mid of night, this minister was brought. King related the whole story to him. Your minister, you were right. If today my finger was all right, I would have been sacrificed. Again the minister says, O king, whatever happens, by the will of God, it is also for all good for our. It is for our welfare, for our good. Then king said, how is it you didn't do any mischief, you didn't do any crime, but you were put into the prison for 5-6 days? You had to suffer there. How is this good? It was very good, king. If you had not put me into prison, I would have been by your side. I would always have been by your side. And those tantrics, they will also would have taken me along with you. But you would have been freed, but I would have been sacrificed. Whatever happens, O king, it is by the will, it's all good. This may be a story, but this thing puts out the thing that really, if we have this belief that whatever will happen, it will be good for us, at present may we feel what God has done to us. He has made us a failure. But afterwards God will make us know that this failure is also for our benefit, for betterment. That's why Lord Krishna says, whatever if you perform action, just to give the fruit of this at my feet. That's why then he says, Mayeva manadasva, may buddhim nivesha, niveshasasi mayeva ata urdhva sanchaya. He says, give, Arjuna, give your mind to me. Give your intellect to me, buddhi to me. This mind and intellect. Mind is always wavering. It is going in this direction, next moment going in this direction. So, wherever this wavering mind is there, just put that at my feet. Intellect, also this intellect, whatever you think with intellect, surrender this to me. Maye manada swami buddhim niveshya niveshasasi maye ata urdhvam sanchaya. If you dedicate your mind and intellect to me, Arjuna, if not now, at the time of death, you will be able to recognize, able to realize me. This is the second step, Lord Krishna says. And then says, if you are unable to concentrate your mind and intellect to me, what you should do? He says, Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai stharam abhyas yogena tato mam ichhatum dhananya. If you are unable to keep your mind and intellect to me, Arjuna, take this abhyasa yoga. Take this yoga for repeating the same thing, this abhyasa. Repeat it time to time. One person came to Sri Ramakrishna. He said, Maharaj, I am unable to concentrate my mind. It is always wavering. I want to concentrate on God, but the mind is very wavering. What to do? Sri Ramakrishna said, abhyas, abhyas, abhyas. Practice, practice, practice. This mind is like this. Sri Ramakrishna has gone to see a circus. He said, in the circus, what I saw, you know? I saw a lady just with 1 foot. She is standing on the back of the horse, just standing. And horse is rapidly going around that ring. It is running around the brain rapidly. And I saw how much concentration that lady has, that woman has. With one foot she is standing, and that horse is running like this. How much she must have practiced. Similarly, one should practice this abhyas yoga. If a mind is wavering, if intellect we are unable to give this at the feet of the Lord, we should try to concentrate. This abhyas yoga should be there. There is a story. A man reached a holy person, a sage. And sage said to him, "Oh, holy person, oh man, holy, I have come to know that you have mastered so many ghosts are at your control. You give me one ghost. I have known this ghost, whatever work is given to this ghost, they perform it very quickly." The sage said, "That these ghosts are very dangerous. You have to make them very busy, otherwise they will kill you instantly." He said, "Oh sir, so much work is there that ghost himself will run away. Please give me one ghost." He said, "Yes, you repeat this mantra in a lonely place and the ghost will be there. But be aware of him. They are very dangerous." At a lonely place, he uttered this mantra, ghost appeared before him. He said, "Tell me what the work you want to get from me." He said, "My big field is there, just plow the field." Ghost said, "Your field is plown. Go and see." He saw that a vast field was plown nicely. He said, "Put seeds to it." He said, "Seed is put there." "Put water to it." You say, "Water has been sprinkled there." So the whole field is sprinkled with water. Now he is unable to find out what. He says, "Where my hut is there, let there be a big mansion." Yes, a big mansion is there, just see. Now this person was so much afraid, he started running he came to that stage running. And just holding his feet, say, "Please save me, I am unable to give him birth. He is going to just kill me, please save me." He said, "You fool, I told you earlier, these ghosts are very dangerous." He says, "Oh, respected one, he is just running, please save me." Then sage said, "Ask that ghost, that big pole is there on the ground. Ask the pole, just from the bottom he should go to the top, and from top it should go from the bottom." He let him go do it like this. That ghost came, he said, "From the bottom you reach the top, from top you go to the bottom, again to the top." He performed this action. That ghost was doing for some time. They say, "Please release me, I won't trouble you." Enough of this. That's why Sri Krishna says this abhyas yoga. Our mind is like a ghost. We have to make it busy. This mind wavers here and there. How to make it busy? Abhyas yogena tato. That's why Lord Krishna says, just think of the deity, who is your chosen deity. And allow, say to your mind, yes, from the feet of the deity, just to conceive the whole image of your Lord. From the feet, you should come to see the whole image. This is the feet of my Lord. These are the hands. This is the face of my Lord. Again, repeat the same thing. Engage the mind over this thing. This is abhyas yoga. That's why Lord Krishna says, "Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi maistaram abhyas yogena tato mam ichhatum dhananjaya." If Arjuna says, "No, it is also not possible for me to perform," Krishna says, "Athaita dakya shaktosi kartum madhyogavashta. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi maistaram abhyas yogena tato mam ichhatum dhananjaya. Athaita dakya shaktosi kartum madhyogavashta." If you are unable to perform that thing also, Arjuna, then what you should do? You do work for me. What work we should do? That is, to serve Lord means to serve the children of the Lord. What our Lord Sri Ramakrishna has said, For this age, Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva. Serve the Jiva as a Shiva. This is the message Lord Sri Ramakrishna has given. That is, we should engage in doing this service. Just serving the children of the Lord. Atha chittam samadhatum shaknosi shaknostam abhyas yogena tato mam ichhatum dhananjaya. And then engage in the service of the children of the Lord. Even if we are unable to perform, then they say, Sarva karma phalatyaga tatha kuru yatatmavan. Athai tatya shaktosi kartum madhyogamashita sarva karma phalatyaga tatha kuru yatatmavan. Even if you are unable to do that, Arjuna, give the fruits of all action at my feet. This is the last thing Lord Krishna says. Even if you are unable to perform action for me, just surrender fruits of all action at my feet. We think it is so very good. It is a nice thing. We are unable to do this thing. Oh Lord, everything is at your feet. We are surrendering. It is not that easy. Girish and Ghosh used to come to Sri Ramakrishna. Girish Chandra Ghosh used to say, there is no sin in the world which I have not done. That was Girish Chandra. He was a dramatist. He used to do theatres. And every evil things he has done. He was a debauch, he was a drunkard. All of that he said, there is no sin that which I have not done in my life. That Girish comes to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, and he was very much impressed by Sri Ramakrishna. One day Sri Ramakrishna said, oh Girish, you have taken mantra. Do you repeat the mantra in the morning and evening? Try to repeat the mantra in the morning and evening. Girish is thinking, when morning comes, I don't know. I am always drunkard. I say, I will repeat the name of the Lord in the morning and evening. He kept quiet. Sri Ramakrishna said, won't you be able to do that? No, sir. I can't give you, promise you. Acha, when you take maize, at the time you repeat the mantra. Just remember God. Girish again kept quiet. When I take maize, that is also not certain. Always he was in a drunken state. I am engaged in also many things. When I take meals, that is also not certain. How can I say that while taking meals, I will repeat the name of the Lord? He kept quiet. Sri Ramakrishna said, this also you can't do. No, sir, it is not possible. I can promise. I can't give you word. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, you do one thing. Whatever you do, just submit the result of me, that to my feet, to the Lord's feet. Oh, I did not have to meditate, nothing, no puja I have to do? No, nothing you have to do. Whatever you do, just to give that action at the feet of the Lord. Girish was very happy. Whatever I will do, I just will put the result at the feet of the Lord. Next day again he came to Sri Ramakrishna. And he said, I have to go tomorrow to this place I am going. Sri Ramakrishna, how can you say that you have to go to that place tomorrow? When you have taken this vow, whatever will happen, you will surrender at the feet of the Lord. You ought to have said that if Lord wishes, I will be going to that place tomorrow. When you have surrendered everything, you should say like this. Now Girish thought, I am completely bound. I am not free to perform anything. Sri Ramakrishna bound me like anything. Whatever action is I will do, I have to say that it is the wish of the Lord. That very Girish Chandra Ghosh, his only son expired. He used to say, I have no right even to shed tears. The son was that of God. God has taken him. I have no right to shed tears. He became a great saint. That's why Shri Krishna says That is, if you are even unable to perform that, Arjuna, give the fruits of all action, whatever you perform, give the fruits at my feet, at the feet of the Lord. So this is how this Bhakti Yoga, Shri Krishna depicts in so many ways. I think I have taken much of the time. So I am very much thankful to Swami Prapannaranji Maharaj to give me this opportunity to meet you. And I pray to Holy Three for the happiness, for the peacefulness for all of us. With that prayer, I just thank you, all of us.
The salient teachings of Lord Krishna, summarizing all the teachings and also illustrated by very arresting stories. Otherwise, the advices and teachings are there. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to understand and in what way to apply in our mind. But these stories actually help us in figuring out how we can do that. So thank you again. And next Saturday we are having a retreat with Swami Chetananji. As most of you know that he comes every year to give a retreat. He is coming. This will be his 16th annual summer retreat. And that is on Saturday, July 19th. As usual, the retreat will start at 9 a.m. with welcome and worship. Then little time for private worship, private study. Then at 10:30 he will come and give his first presentation. And the subject that he has chosen this time is James from the Garden of the Saints, Part 1. And after the talk there will be opportunity of asking him questions. Then there will be, as usual, break and some time for resting and songs and meditation. Then again he will come at 4 p.m. to continue his talk on that subject, and there also will be an opportunity for questions. Then of course there will be break and then whisper service, and in that way we shall end the retreat. He will give the last Sunday lecture of this session, that means on July 20th at 11 a.m. and the subject that he has chosen is Shankara and Vedanta. And after that we shall close for our recess. He has written many books, and most of the books will be available in the bookstore for if you want to buy, and we will be happy to sign them. So in this way, actually our pre-summer session will come to an end. As you know, and as you are seeing that we are having a series of speakers coming, the reason is that we are celebrating our 50th anniversary year. In the year of 1964, this temple was dedicated. And this year is the 50th anniversary year. And in our own way, I thought that this is the best way to celebrate that instead of having a huge, big one function. And this is giving an opportunity to listen from these learned Swamis who are visiting us. We are requesting them to come to know many things of spirituality and different, what is called different aspects of these teachings, or different types of presentation of the teachings. We know most of the teachings, but the way they present them are also very important, because something sticks to our mind, something does not stick to our mind. So in that way, if we get varieties of presentation, then something will ultimately stick to our mind and we shall be able to, but at least we shall try to follow them and make our life fruitful. Next Wednesday we have a class on Bhagwad Gita, that is on July 16th, and that class will be at 7:30 p.m. in this auditorium. And because our retreat is there, so naturally the Saturday evening discourse will not be there. Om madhuvatarithayate madhuksharanti sindhavah madhi irna santoshadhi madhunakto mutosasi madhumat parthivagang rajah madhuddauраstu pita madhumanna vanaspatihi madhumagang astu surjah madhirgavo bhavantu nah. Om Madhu, Madhu, Madhu. Sweet blood of winds and the oceans give forth blessedness. May the herbs and plants bring us health and happiness. Sweet unto us with the nights and dawns. May every particle of Mother Earth be charged with blessings. May the heavens shower us with benediction. Sweet unto us with the noble forest trees. Sweet unto us with the shining sun. Sweet unto us with the all living creation. Om, sweetness, harmony, peace.